Good morning. How is everyone today? I'm so happy to announce Zanvast has put out his second video. I did a video talking about his first video he did. Well, he's now posted his second video. So we've been waiting for this for a while. It's been a while. So everyone go to Zanvast. I'll be putting his channel on the description, and it talks about, I guess, the world that we're in. Basically, it's about how we've been lied to, what's really going on, who's running the world, how this started. He goes into a lot of detail. I am very proud of him once more, because the first video he did, he got a bunch of haters on, prove it, and he did have documents on there, and obviously they hadn't watched the entire video, or they wouldn't be screaming this prove it. So this time he went and he did painstaking research, and everything he says, he's backing up. Now, there was so much information in this that he literally had to do it fast, or if he gave you enough time to read each document, this thing would have been at least a couple hours long. So he squashed it into roughly around 22 minutes. Please watch it from the beginning to the end. It's really well done. You can always pause the video, of course, if you want to read things, which you'll probably have to, because I had to, because it's jam-packed with a lot of information. He took all these different things that were out there, and he comprised them into a nice, neat, there you go, in your face, and put it all together. This is the first video I've watched where he has taken the whole everything and comprised it into a nice little box of information. I've not heard or come across any kind of documentations of anything that was so well comprised. I do a lot of research. I read scientific papers. Sometimes I'll read papers that were put out through geopolitical or any kind of political or stuff like this. And I have never seen a job well done like this is. It really nutshells everything. So, talking about that. While we're talking about that, we had a discussion last night because he wanted me to be one of the first people who saw his video before he posted it. So I sat there and I watched, and I'm like, wow, it's going by so fast, I can't read everything. He goes, you're going to have to pause and read everything because it was too much. And I said, okay. So meanwhile, we were talking about, he brought up the subject about Australia. And I was like, why do you want me to look at Australia? Because I'm a remote viewer. I can go inside of myself to rubber band out to see what's going on. Since there's no such thing as time or space, I can go anywhere in this reality, because it's literally a circle twisted over on itself to make a figure 8. And at that point where the figure 8 is just a point in this reality. So it can go anywhere on the circle. That's how you remote view. You take that concept, go within, and I will tell you this. Everyone has the ability to remote view. You really do have to activate your DNA. If you don't activate your DNA, none of this is going to work. And the first thing is you have to be open to what comes in. Everyone thinks, oh, I'm just making it up. Are you? Are you? Or is it the beginning of the activation? And there's no way you can do this because I can't trust or believe myself. This entire society was designed so you do not trust or believe in yourself. I know I've got a lot of people who are like, prove it. Well, start researching. It kind of proves itself, but you can't go through, I'm going to tell you right now, don't go through the media. They're very skewed, and some of the stuff on YouTube, it's skewed too. So you're going to have to do hard research, and most people aren't up for that. And hard research is you go and you look for documentation that's already been done by whatever faction. So all I can say is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I had somebody I was talking to, and he was very adamant that I prove everything. And it's like, well, for hardcore documentation, I'm not going to do the work for you. Go and research and suss it up and find it yourself. But for me to go and remote view this, and this, I'm only relaying what I'm seeing. I'm not making it up. It's what I'm seeing. So if you don't know anything about remote viewing, please don't attack me because you want hard concrete proof. No, I'm here to let you know what's out there. It's your job to go and fully research it. And if you can't do that, I can't help you because I'm not going to spoon feed you every little thing. Come on, take some initiative. Do something yourself. Did it pique your interest enough to even go do something yourself? I can't say. So anyway, back to this Australia. We were looking at this and I saw that this place was actually mined at one point in this reality, which this is the Matrix. So it's what really happened in the real world. So this Matrix has just recomplicated everything or computed everything, whatever. So anyway, it's real enough while we're here. The Grand Canyon, Australia, they had big mining operations going on because of, it looks like, minerals, gold, silver, platinum, even a form of diamonds, but very few. But there was a real rich part of it that did have that. But anyway, it was mined, just like the Grand Canyon was mined. And everyone's like, no, the water did it. No, it was actually a mining thing. And a lot of this reality was mined at one time because it was rich in minerals. Because you have to understand, before we came in as the carbon base, this was a mineral-based world. And everyone's like, well, why does this world have so much minerals? Because at one time, this was a mineral-based world. And minerals grew. Yeah, that's hard to wrap your head around, but they still do. Some crystals, well, all crystals still grow. But this was more of that. You'll have to go watch one of my videos. I talk about the silicon world. The silicon ammonia world. Anyway, and most people are like out of hand rejected. No, it can't be! Who's to say what can and can't be? Sometimes the truth is even more hard to swallow than a fiction because of what you've been given. So anyway, I digress. When I went into this, I also saw a link between why and what is going on and why so much of our world, our little snow globe, is becoming so deserty and the vegetation is being wiped out. I did one on chemtrailing. And then all of a sudden it came flooding in. Okay, what would you do if you wanted to take over a world and water was your biggest enemy? You would get rid of anything that created an ecosystem. Now, the one thing that water is the number one enemy for is AI. AI does not do well in a hot, humid, wet reality. They rust. They have issues. It malfunctions things. What does water do? It's a conductor. So when you add water into anything that's mechanical, even on what technological level, it's not a good thing. So AI has been trying to dry out our world so it could make it more AI friendly. So this is why, another reason why they're chemtrailing, one of the big reasons they're chemtrailing. Get rid of the forests and the vegetation, and your eco-weather doesn't work anymore. You need the forests and the vegetation to produce certain chemicals to create this in the air, in the atmosphere, to create water. So I was on to something here and I'm like, wow, let me see what else I can see. There we go. Why was plastic created to begin with? Out of a substance that is supposed to be so rare, crude oil, you're going to make cheap plastic and you're going to make tons of plastic. I mean, billions and billions of tons of plastic on the most expensive thing, which is crude oil, supposedly, because it's so limited. Please go watch my video on oil. You'll see it's not. Why would you make the cheapest product on the most expensive item, which is crude oil? Because I'm seeing that AI had this all planned out, that if they put the plastic into the world, and eventually it would get into the water systems, because everything always does, that at one point it would start to kill the oceans. Now, why would you want to kill the oceans? There's one thing on an ocean that creates the majority of our oxygen, which helps with that atmosphere to make water, and that's the algae. Yes, the plankton algae that's on top of water produces more oxygen than our forests. Wrap your head around that. So this has all been done in sequence over a period of time to make the world more AI friendly, which means that you and I, not really a part of that world, unless they can make us AI also. So this is why the push to make everyone have AI inside of them, because they'll have to change us if the world changes or we won't survive. So this is the whole damn agenda. This is why they want to put the AI in you, because they've already started reverting the world into an AI world. Let me describe an AI world. Think of the Sahara Desert everywhere. And that's all there is. This is the ideal AI world. You want to live like that? You want to become AI? Continue to do absolutely nothing. And you'll get it. You'll get it by default. You'll get it. We need to wake up and start realizing we live here. You like your trees? You like your fresh air? I don't know. You like your beautiful blue water? Is it blue anymore? If you don't like the world we live in, as far as the ecosystem goes, do nothing. Because I'll guarantee you, you'll end up with dead water. Nothing will survive in it. The land that won't support anything but sand, because it's designed so by the AI, the megalomaniacs that are running this world. So I just thought that was really interesting, looking into all of that because of Zanvast. Zanvast gives me a lot of things to go look at, because I obviously can't think of everything. Every now and then I will go on the internet and I'll look up YouTube and I'll scan to see if anybody's talking about something I might want to remote view. Sometimes I might watch the entire YouTube program, and sometimes it's like, oh, no. Because I can also see that a lot of stuff put out on YouTube is propagated agenda. So it's like, oh, wow, you can't go anywhere. So, but it does give me things to look at. So please go watch my video about the crude oil and about the dinosaurs. That one was fun to make. Yes. So I guess that's all I'm going to say. So everyone, go watch Zanvast's video. He put a lot of work into this one. And I'm going to say he did a lot of research. I think he was spending most of his time researching. So, all right then, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.